If you have been trying to grow a Minecraft YouTube channel for a decent amount of time but have been struggling on getting the views and subscribers and watch time that you would like in order to get monetized and really make something happen on YouTube, well, I am happy to share with you once again our second week of the Minecraft channel reviews, where, as always, we will be going over 5 different channels and seeing what sort of little things, pieces of advice we can give in order to help you get the sort of success that you are looking for on this platform. As a reminder, if you would ever like for me to review your channel, you are more than welcome to submit a free channel review using the links comment down in the description below, or using the pinned comment for those of us that happen to be watching this live on stream. But as I was going through the 5 different channels that we'll be taking a look at today, I did notice once again a couple of common trends when it comes to the average view duration, thumbnail consistency and design, along with introductions and hooks. Oftentimes when we are starting off the video, we can lose that viewer if we do not have a strong enough reason to have them stay within that first 5, 10, 15, and 30 seconds. Along with no one's going to click on the video without thumbnail consistency and design in the first place. Lighting, brightness, saturation, and contrast are very important, along with introductions and hooks, really needing a standout element, starting with some static talking or calm gameplay instead of a punchy visual moment or an audio moment or audio element is going to make it so people click off your videos. But our first channel that we are going to be taking a look at today is Taco Socks, with 29 subscribers. And what specific advice are you looking for to grow, if any? Would just love some general tips on how you stay motivated to make content you feel proud of, instead of focusing on pleasing others. Now we will head over here to your Minecraft profile, and now we will head over here to your YouTube profile, and you can see that we have 2 recent episodes right here called Minecraft My Way. We have the trailer, which has 500 views, and then we have episode 1, which I have taken a look at, and I do think that I want to take a look at it with you guys very quickly so that we can see what we have going on here, because I do think you're actually doing a good job having it be your way. Oh man, but I gotta change the music. What a bummer. Actually, let's pause it very quickly so we can take a look at this intro. Hey Chile, I'll move you up on the ladder, so that you can head to sleep for tonight. But let's take a look at the introduction.
I think in one of the earlier shows I mentioned, we don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
And so we will stop right there, and I personally am a major fan of the introduction that we have here. But we will hop back, and I did want to mention the question, as we were talking about, is I would love some general tips on how you stay motivated to make content you feel proud of instead of focusing on pleasing others. Well, I think that you're doing a good job by playing Minecraft your way. And there are a whole ton of other things that you could have done in order to retain the audience more, based on having a faster introduction or showing gameplay at first, or even using your own commentary to have a hook at first to lead in the audience. And so you decided to do it your own way. And so that makes me very happy. I think the question is a little bit more, how do you get the sort of success that you happen to have gotten on your main channel with your own videos while also pursuing your own thing? And I do have a good response for that. And my response to it is that I try to think as much as I can about going from the top down. And by that, I mean working with an idea for a video that would work very well, but then trying to play that idea and create that idea within Minecraft and within my video editing in a way that would make me happy about playing and actually making the video. For example, if I had wanted to do a Minecraft my way sort of video, well, I would probably take the idea, and I would probably, in order to get more viewership, I would change the introduction. I would make it a little bit more, a little bit faster, and maybe a little bit more storytelling based, although I really love the happy accidents, and I think that you have some really good things going on there. I could, if the idea behind my world in particular was something that worked well, then I would take that idea and then I would portray it the way that I would want to. Or if I was following a 100 days trend, which is something that I have done a decent amount, I personally would probably go and take the 100 days idea. Maybe it's a mod pack and you're having an alien or a zombie infestation, but I'd probably still tell the story with cinematics in a way that I would want to. So trying to find the balance is something that can be very difficult to do, but for me personally, trying to think about what is the best idea that would get most people interested, and then hopefully they like me for me and they like the way that I storytell in particular. And Spooky is in the house too. Welcome, welcome. So anyway, So our takeaways here are, well, just keep posting. Sometimes all you need is that one video idea, concept, or playthrough to have the outlier video that pops off. I would try to find a couple of other Minecraft ideas that you see as popular within the sphere, and then keep telling the story how you want to, and you will find the people that like you for you, that were interested in the same sorts of ideas that you were interested in the first place. And so keep posting, and you never know when you'll have that video that will pop off and get you all of the viewership and recognition that you're looking for. And then the second thing here is just to focus on the intro. I think you did a really great job with the cinematics. I really do mean that, and with the visuals. Now, if you wanted to take that idea of my world and make it a little bit more applicable to other people, that's when you would really tweak that introduction so that you could get the most amount of people invested in a video, where most people aren't going to be invested in just your own world. Most people are going to click on because they see something that they're interested in the first place, as opposed to just your own playthrough, if that makes sense. And then just continue to keep on doing what you're doing, keeping things sequential. Your audience will continue to grow attached to you and your series as long as you stick with one idea at a time. And we'll skip through The Legend of Zorro and Fozzie, and we will head to Chile. Let me grab a quick sip of water. Now, our second channel review for this week is coming in from Chile, who has 538 subscribers with 15 videos. And what specific advice are you looking for to grow, if any? Well, I'd like this new review to focus on my latest video and to go in depth into that. And we can definitely do that. And Chile has actually shown us a bit of his statistics, his analytics. You can see right here that the video ended up getting 1.8K impressions, 125 views from that point in time. There's a lot more now. 4.1 for our impressions click-through rate. But we will head into that video and take a look at it and kind of go over it together. So we'll turn off the music for that one too. And let's refresh, see how many more views we got. So as you can see, Chile's most recent video is How Long Can Peace Last in Minecraft, made 7 days ago with 841 views at this point in time. And so we'll take a look at it. And before we actually go into the video itself, one thing that I did want to mention is that when you see the videos that have been doing really well, I think that a lot of what we've seen here are some good short punchy text, as we can see in the Survive the Anarchy server, and then the Minecraft World War II 2v2 battle event, along with our Minecraft but nationality decides where you spawn. All three of these videos do have some pretty punchy text with it, and we actually ended up doing some thumbnail iterations in our Discord, which you're more than welcome to join if you're watching this video at the moment, in order to see what sort of thumbnail design would work. Now, I know that you decided to go without any text, where we did have peace on this thumbnail right here. Now, if you're not as happy as you would like to be with how much this is being clicked on, that is when A/B testing and trying other different types of thumbnail designs can be very helpful. So maybe even trying an A/B test with the peace one. And then yesterday when I was taking a look at the channel just to get some other ideas, I also thought, well, you know, how long is talking about time? And it's kind of hard to tell exactly that this is kind of peace, but I can see that you're a mediator in the middle. And so I do think that one thing that you could do is actually, instead of having a sky background right here, imagine if you had kind of like a big analog clock, you know, to show that the time was ticking. And then maybe even using, with other iterations, some symbology, just like a dove, like a white dove, in order to symbolize peace, or a white flag or something like that. I think that experimenting with those sorts of elements could be very helpful, with just trying different sorts of iterations in order to see how things can go. But we'll click into the video. I've watched a little bit of it already, but we'll start from the introduction.
We mine for resources.
Okay, we'll head back to the beginning. And I'll let it play, and then I'll talk about my feedback after.
How long can peace really last in Minecraft? I've hosted lots of servers over the years, and there's one thing that I've noticed: peace never lasts. Sooner or later, anarchy always finds its way. So I decided to run an experiment. If I created a server with a 1,000 block world war, put it in hardcore mode, slowly started adding players, starting with people that I trust, and ending with total strangers from the wide Minecraft community. But here's the twist: I'm in a server too, but I'm not allowed to interfere. No guidelines and no plugins. As for everyone else, they're completely unaware of the experiment. How long before everything falls apart? Let's find out.
Okay, and so we'll pause there for the time being. Now, I have already seen this intro and I have given it some thoughts. And so we'll head back into our slideshow presentation right here, and we will go into our takeaways. And I'll also turn back the sound on. So when it comes to our takeaways here, as we kind of talked about a little bit earlier, but innovating on those winning thumbnails. Some thumbnails seem to be performing a lot better than others, as it always works on YouTube. And so continue to learn from your best performers. As you can see, your audience, the people that are already subscribed to you, are actually looking for some sort of consistency with that design. And so if you're still not seeing like you're getting, this doesn't seem like you're getting as much retention or as much viewership as you would like to, then I would A/B test them and try those other sorts of designs that we were talking about. And then when it comes to the introduction in particular, now I think it's a very strong introduction, but I think that these two big things right here that I'm about to mention could make or break the difference between you getting a whole ton more views on upcoming videos. And that one is that finding the audio balance is so important. Now, that is something that I'm still continuing to work on, but I think that over time, I'm getting better at making sure that my voice kind of stands out as much as I can over the music, so that it differentiates. If my voice is way too loud, then and there's no music, then I think that can take away from things. But if the music is too loud, which I think that the music happens to be a little bit too loud, along with the SFX in the video, not just the introduction by itself, I do think that the music is kind of making it so that people are having to work too hard to listen to your voice over the music and the sound effects, which is eventually just going to make them want to click off of it, even if your visuals are really good and your editing is really good, which it is. And so I would continue to tweak about ducking your audio and just at least lowering it in a way that makes your voice stand out even more. And even if you have a video where your voice is a bit too loud and the music is too low, I think that might be a step in the right direction, so that you can kind of get a little bit more of a feel for yourself about what the balance should look like. And then the other thing that I was thinking about, and this could be something to add on to the audio balance, but I can't tell. The audio balance could be the main issue. But for me, I do think that the pacing could be a little bit more improved within that intro. And by that, I mean giving a little bit more space between each sentence. The way that I found the introduction to be kind of stitched together was in a way that each sentence kind of almost stepped over the toes of the next sentence. And what that did was it did give a faster intro, which I do think worked in your favor, but it was almost a twinge too fast in a way that made it feel like the audio was kind of just stepping on top of each other. Each sentence really wasn't giving enough time to give the space. And for example, you are talking about, I have been on tons of different Minecraft servers, and I've always wanted to see how peace lasts and that sort of thing. You could really accentuate each part of that message as opposed to kind of all in one run-on sentence. Like, hey, I've been wondering how long peace lasts in Minecraft. I've been on so many different servers and I never see it happen. And so I was, I'm going to do this. And so here I am with all these other people and I think that you could really point out each little bit of the value that you're going to be bringing in the video that you're kind of highlighting within the intro, and working on these two things in tandem together, I think will make it so that that introduction and the introductions going forward, along with the rest of your videos, will be much more watchable, and they already are really good. I've already watched the full thing. It's a good video, so I recommend taking a look at it if you guys haven't. But then also continuing to innovate on those winning thumbnails. And I think that working on all three of these things together will really make a huge difference in terms of getting that more viewership and having a higher audience retention and all of the different things that will go to creating an audience within Minecraft. And so, our next channel review comes in from The Legend of Zordo, with 346 subscribers. And what specific advice are you looking for to grow, if any? Well, I've been watching some of your videos, and thank you, and was mostly curious on what your take would be. I noticed a bit of a bump when I did a few vintage story videos, but at the same time, my Minecraft videos seem to have taken a pretty big hit. I'm not sure if the two things were related or just timing, but even though I think vintage story is great, my heart still belongs to Minecraft. Cheers. Oh, and Zordo, you're here in the perfect time, man. Really well done, really well done. Daisy is here as well, bringing out her notebook. Now, I like this music, but it's also kind of... it is very fast at the same time. Not sure what I want. Give me 1 second. So here we are on the Legend of Zordo's channel right here. You can see that we have some good things going on with some good visual packaging with our banner in our thumbnail or our profile picture. Definitely consider maybe putting some sort of call to action in here and explaining what you're doing, or maybe asking for a like or a subscribe, or even joining your Twitch channel if that is something that you are pretty prolific when it comes to using. Now, if we scroll down right here, you'll see that as of recently, 4 days ago, we have our Minecraft Forever world. And then about a month or so ago, we have Vintage Story, which we have right here. And then we also have Vintage Story Starter Base right here, which got 2.2 thousand views. And then this one right here from Vintage Story also ended up getting 2.2 thousand views. And then the first one, my Vintage Story Forever World, got 8.2 thousand views. So the reality is that the majority of the subscribers that you've gotten on your channel have come from Vintage Story. And that is more than okay. And I understand that you may be feeling like your viewership may not be totally just clicking onto your normal Minecraft things as a result of just having the Vintage Story videos and having your audience come from that. But I do have a little bit of feedback based on my own experience on YouTube that I did kind of want to share with you. And so that is to play the long game. Now, if you have a couple of successful videos with Vintage Story, that should give you a lot of feedback and data so that you know that you do have something to bring to the table, whether it be your personality, your commentary, or the thumbnail design, which I do think is very good in a bunch of those different thumbnails. And so you as a creator and as a storyteller have something going for you. And so continue to play the long game. Vintage Story looks like it was doing well for the channel, but the more that you do continue with Minecraft, the more of that audience that you'll really continue to bring in. I would not worry. I would not sweat at all about the fact that a lot of your viewership is from Vintage Story. The more Minecraft videos that you make, the more people will associate you with Minecraft. And so the more people will come in from that. But I think that YouTube is kind of just a little bit in the mix, and some of your subscribers may just not be as interested based on the fact that when it comes to some of these thumbnails right here, for example, the Forever World right here with the red text, and then the Starter Base with the arrow right here. These are really good things that we have going on. And then you can see that for our Minecraft Land of Wanderers right here, we have 163 views. So there are definitely some things that we have going on right here, but this thumbnail may be a little bit too dark. You may also notice if I scroll in right here, the timestamp right here, where it says 22 minutes, that is exactly where the timestamp, your logo is where the timestamp is. So most people are not going to register that as a very well-made thumbnail, if that makes sense, which is why when it's kind of a bit more to the top left, you get a little bit more viewership, I would say, right? So I think that continuing to keep these thumbnail design elements in mind as you continue to work on your channel will be very important. But don't feel too pigeonholed as well. An experiment. Why not try 1 in every 6 videos as something totally different but still under the Minecraft theme, and have a second channel for the occasional Vintage Story upload. Maybe you even take your skills and you end up making a new Minecraft channel, and maybe if you want to have this as the Vintage Story one, you could if you'd want to. Or if you're done with Vintage Story, then just continue to make Minecraft content, but play the long game, because you definitely have some good things going for you. I wouldn't be dissuaded by the fact that you don't have a whole ton of views coming in on your channel with the most recent uploads. For example, my YouTube channel, the second channel that we have right here, for the first year was a comment of the day only channel. And so most of my viewership right here is comment of the day viewers. And so you will see that some of my videos have not gotten as much as some of the older videos. Most of my videos were getting 1,000 views plus on this channel for the comment of the day. But I'm not worried about that because I know that I'm trying to reach a specific audience, and I think that you are too. And so the more that you upload, the more that you will be able to bring in the people that you are trying to bring in, if that makes sense. Oh, Taco, yes. Thank you so much for coming and saying hello, and I'm glad that you've enjoyed the feedback. And I'm an elementary school teacher, so I have a total blast just doing this and giving you all feedback. I really do mean that. Oh, and Sordo, you were like 2 minutes late. Well, we're making it work. We're making it work. And so, our next Minecraft channel review comes in from Fozy, who actually happens to be a fellow member on the Minecraft SMP that I play on, the Lotus SMP. She has 900 subscribers, and what specific advice are you looking for to grow, if any? She says, all and any advice, please. Thank you, Slip. Well, I am more than happy to help you out with it. We'll head over to your channel over here. And so I kind of did a deep dive when it comes to looking at a lot of these videos right here. You can see that we have a lot of success with the crafted SMP recently. And then also we have a couple of videos on the Lotus SMP. Now there's a whole ton of different things that we can talk about, so we'll get into it. And I do have to turn off the music so that we can get into it as well. Now, we're first going to start here with watching the introduction to something new on the crafted SMP.
Oh. The ones that I've added. You guys are literally shaking your butts. I can't. Just crouch me. If you crouched for so long, you just start jiggling.
Okay, and we'll pause right here. Now, I think that part of the reason that this video honestly did well is the fact that it's very silly. This is obviously a mostly female-dominated SMP right here, and talking about shaking the booties. And then this is also a mechanic that we never really see with Minecraft characters kind of shaking their booties like little penguins, is something that's very new and novel. And so I think that this is enough to really entice the viewer and get them to continue to watch it. As we continue right here, you'll see that we're at 15 seconds, and then we get into our introduction screen right there. So a lot of people, if they're interested, will be happy to now watch past this introduction screen. And so those little novel moments are definitely something that is worth continuing to incorporate into your videos, I would say. And then we can also look to the next crafted SMP video right here and get a little bit more data and feedback about it too. Now, right here, I was very surprised because I do not recommend, if you're watching this right now, to start your YouTube video using an introduction screen like this. For the most part, you will not be able to do that well. But the crafted SMP has definitely had some wings. And this was a good video, so it happened to work out. But I would say, generally speaking, and I know you've gotten away from this, I would not start with the introduction screen as we have it just like this.
Hey guys, it's Fozy here and welcome back to my channel and back to the crafted SMP, where we are today in a forest because this is where I decided to do my intro because it matched last times. But anyway,
I'm going to pause right there. Now, one thing that I instantly notice is that you have a really beautiful, sweet voice. And I really do like the fact that you're in the forest right here. It's very cozy feeling. And so your cozy voice alongside the cozy forest vibes is a great way to start off the episode. And I think that this is something that you can continue to reiterate upon, especially with some better lighting, having a little bit more of a clearer sort of like brighter sort of background for your first introduction. Now, I think one of the best things that you can do during an introduction is to actually have this first screen be something really appealing. And so obviously, we have the loading screen right here. The video still did well. I do want to say that if we head over here onto our most recent video or videos, this one on Lotus right here, we have a very similar intro, but you're going to notice that you're actually just in a very pretty, don't get me wrong, but a very kind of just different looking and almost cluttered feeling sort of background. And so I think that for other people, if they're not invested on whatever your playthrough is at the moment, they're going to feel instantly like they have to catch up on a lot. Where if you stepped outside of the build, or if you started once again in the forest with a cozy intro like that, I think that would be a little bit more reachable for the audience member that has not been following every single part of the series so far, if that makes sense. And then also when it comes to this crafted SMP video that still did pretty well, but not as well as the other crafted SMP videos, we'll take a look at this one too.
Really big adventures. Welcome back to the Crafted SMP, where today we are going on some really big adventures and doing loads and loads of building, because currently we live in these little tents, but it's time to upgrade. Like, subscribe, comment, check out everybody else's videos. I hope you enjoy. Hey guys.
Now, I really like that, and I love making cinematics, and if you'd ever love to make very high quality cinematics, you're more than welcome to take a look at the linked description below. You'll find access to the Minecraft Creator Kit, which is a masterclass on making some of the best cinematics that you can within Minecraft. But if we head back to the beginning right here, I really like this. I do think, as we were talking about earlier, we could have it brighter from the beginning, maybe have it midday. And then there's one other little thing that I want to talk about within the first 5 seconds that I think made a big difference.
Welcome back to the Crafted SMP.
And as right here, within 3 seconds or so, people are interested in this environment, but they're really also interested in you kind of going around it and talking and giving that intro. And so within 3 seconds or so, you're not really there anymore. And then we kind of have to sneak and train our eye to follow you, where you could have already been in the middle right here. And that would have made a very big difference, I would say.
Going on some really big adventures and doing loads and loads of building, because currently we live in these little tents, but it's time to upgrade. Like, subscribe, comment, check out everybody else's videos. I hope you enjoy. Hey guys, it's...
And then right here, you'll see that we now have a secondary introduction where I honestly, based on what has been working well on your channel, I would have maybe... This is one of the best introduction little screens where it's nice and bright and you can see a really cool little environment that's going on and being built upon that I would like to now invest my time and hear more about. Again, you have a really great voice, and so I think that starting with this style has definitely been helpful. Now, starting with cinematics and other angles is a very good tool as well, but I think that before, as you continue to learn more cinematic skills, I think that this is a really great style of introduction that works for your channel and for your audience. And so I really do want you to keep that in mind, especially in the most important thing, having a nice, bright, punchy background as much as you can here. And so I do think that that is something that you have going for you, but we don't see it until 19 seconds in. So a lot of even your returning viewers, if they didn't like that introduction cinematic, they may be gone already. Where you could have started like this, and more of them may have stayed with the video, if that does make sense. And so when it comes to our takeaways here, well, the visuals and audio, your audience really seems to enjoy your voice and commentary. So keep your intro soft and sweet with your voice. Then when it comes to the introduction visuals, focus on having the visual within the first 5 seconds be bright and super clear on the setting. Just as we can see, With this right here, it's very bright. You can see exactly what we're trying to bring attention to, which is this challenge tower right here. The more that you can focus on having that as the main first visual of your video, I think the more success you will find. I gotta change the song. It's too sad. It's too sad for a channel review. And then one other thing that I wanted to mention as I took a look at your channel is to sprinkle in evergreen content. And this applies to anyone that's watching and has a Minecraft channel at the moment. Your audience clearly enjoys you for you. Consider trying some more tips and tutorials every once in a while to get more audience. I have done that on my channel every once in a blue moon. It's worth experimenting maybe 1 in every 6 videos. And not only will it get you views recurring through the year, but it's also going to get some more audience people that may be there for the tips and for the advice, but then find you for you and stay for you and for what you bring to the table. And so that is definitely something that is worth for everyone to continue to experiment with their channel from time to time. And for example, I get still nowadays, I think $50 to $75 a month just from recurring evergreen content on my channel. And so who knows how much money you could just get passively by adding some extra tips and tutorial videos, if that makes sense. Hey, Spooky, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. This guy has taken a lot of time to learn to learn some of the ins and outs, you could say. Okay, so we got Taco, we did Zordo, sorry. We did Fozzie, we did Chile. And for our last channel review for this week, we have Nexus Comes Back, who has 33 subscribers. And what specific advice are you looking for to grow, if any? Well, Nexus says personal growth. Now we can take a look at your channel right here, and what I want you to notice is the fact that if we were to scroll down, the viewer may be here for you, but if we look at how professional this channel is really looking, I think that there's a whole ton of things that you could do to improve. For example, right here we have a bit of misalignment between our profile picture and then our subscriber goal. Now, this does look like you're kind of a gaming channel, but then we have some anime, as we can see, the anime convention, which is actually seeming to do pretty well on the channel, which I'm happy about. But right here, subscribe goal is very in line with anime, but it's not at all in line with Bed Wars, or really Roblox whatsoever. And then a big thing that we'll see right here is that there's a whole lot of text that's going on. There's so many different little visual elements right here for a forever world. We have Minecraft and the forever world, and we have the heart and the dog and an iron golem and a cat right there and your player with a sword and the hardcore hearts. Like, that's a lot. That's too many things. The simpler, the better, I would say. Now, this one seems to do really well, but I would not continue too much with this, besides the fact that money call is right in the middle, and then fight other gangs is right in the middle. So that is enough for people to kind of get interested in. But again, there's so much noise going on in a lot of these thumbnails where you could simplify them. Just have one piece of text or maybe 2 different lines maximum, I would say, and that will help. Even right here we have for the Nexus jumped in RB World 5 to be Court Kings Arena. I don't know what that means, and I don't know exactly what this is. I just kind of see it's 3 people playing basketball, but this could just be the loading screen right here. And then we have RB World, and then we have ice, and then a trash right there. So there's too many things. I like how you're trying to add in a lot of elements right here, but the simpler the better, I would say. If we, even on my home channel, go onto YouTube right here, you'll see that the most popular videos right here. We have Wombat, right? I'm starting over hardcore Minecraft from 6 hours ago. It's just one heart right there, right? The one and the hardcore on the top right. If we scroll down right here, we also have I survived 1,000 days in Minecraft. I'm not jacked, right? There's me, there's the image, and then there's 1,000 days in 1,000 days survival. And then even Foggycraft right here, just number 3, and then the dog and him in his bed. So the simpler, I would say, the better when it comes down to it. Even Flip right here, right? So I think that those little things can make a very big difference. And so when it comes to takeaways right here, thinking about how can you provide value? What do you want to build a community around? What things do you like doing that provides usefulness to them? What is your channel really about? Why do you make videos? Do you make them just for you? If so, awesome. If you make them for others, think about how you can actually show it a little bit more clearly. And think about, is it gaming? Is it anime? Is it just you? Is it a personal channel? If you're looking for personal growth, then I would maybe continue with the anime because it showed your experience at the convention and that's you. But if you want to be a little bit more gaming related, as opposed to it being a personal channel, well, consider what game you actually want to do. And then lastly, to study imagery, study color palettes, thumbnail optimization, along with your profile picture and the channel banner in order to look more professional. I think that if you were to work on all of these 3 things together, within no time you will have a major change when it comes to not only the retention, but the community that you're able to build with your YouTube channel in the first place. But as always, if you would ever like for me to review your YouTube channel, you are more than welcome to take a look at the pinned comment if you are watching on stream, or if you're watching this after the fact, you are more than welcome to take a look at the description below. Not only will you find this free Minecraft channel review, but you will also be able to find the Minecraft Creator Kit, which is a digital product where you can, within 1 hour, learn how to make some of the best cinematics that you can make on YouTube via Minecraft. And I am very, very proud of the product. I have had some really great feedback, and I'd love to hear what you guys think as well. Now, if you're looking for some more advice about how to grow your YouTube channel, I have a whole catalog ready for you. Take a look at this next video, as you can take a look at right here. And bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. Let me hit stop recording. We'll hit recording right there and not hit stop streaming. But one thing I will do for you guys, and then I think I'm actually I am gonna stream on the main channel here. For those of you guys that are interested from the main channel, if you would like to take a look at Lotus 4 episode 1, the intro, I will turn off the sound right here and give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek before I actually hop on Lotus and do a real live stream. For my own content creation, you could say. Hopefully I can get this for a good quality. Let's see. For me, let's see, can I get it into HD? It's not going to show it in the best quality because it's unlisted right now. Okay. But you'll still take a look at it if you'd like to. For me, the best way to play Minecraft is with a whole ton of friends, a whole ton of building blocks, and a year to build anything that I want in the game. Now, that being said, I did not expect to put 75 hours into transforming an island and making a monorail. I've made this episode 1 to be like a movie with lots of cinematic and storytelling elements. So if that sounds like something that you would be in for, consider leaving a like on the video. But without further ado, welcome to the Lotus SMP. Courage doesn't always roar. And I'm going to stop it there. I love the introduction from this point on in the video. It gets really, really good. I'm very proud of that video. So I'm very excited for you guys to take a look at it. But anyway, that is going to be all for the Minecraft channel review. Once again, if you'd ever like to get your channel reviewed, take a look at the comment, but stay tuned. In just a little bit of time, I will probably be streaming live on Lotus and hopefully having some fun with the other members as well. I will see you all soon, hopefully. And thank you for the good comments, Spooky, as well. And I still have to take a look at your world tour, man, which I'm excited for, but see you all very, very soon.